This is freaking scary. I'm afraid I'm gonna go head first. Baby, I'm afraid I'm gonna go poop, 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 poop.
Are you gonna go?
Poop, 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 poop. I don't know. This is kind of scary.
All right, so here we go.
This video, we're gonna take you to 2 different places that we visited in New Mexico.
All while we were kind of trying to stay south and warm when it was still kind of cold.
We went to both Carlsbad and Las Cruces while in New Mexico, and we're just gonna do a combo video on both of those locations today because we have to be honest, New Mexico wasn't our favorite state.
No, I don't know. Maybe if we were in the northern part of it, it might have been different, but the desert Southwest was just like it sounds.
Yeah.
Desert.
So I apologize to anybody that's from there or that loves it there because, again, we didn't really see a whole lot while in New Mexico, so I'm sure that there are some beautiful places and some great things about it.
Yeah.
So let's just start with Carlsbad because that was the first location. We stayed at Carlsbad KOA. It was a nice park for where it was located. It was located and surrounded by nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
sand
nothing.
and cacti.
Yes. Dry desert nothingness, and it was about 20 minutes to actually get into Carlsbad from the KOA. That means 20 minutes to get to any kind of shops or grocery store or a restaurant or anything. So the location wasn't the greatest. The sites were really large.
I kind of picked it because it was between the caverns and
Roswell.
aliens.
Roswell. We had a nice large pull-through site. The KOA had a little on-site kitchen/restaurant where they would cook from a limited menu and even deliver it to your site.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
So that was convenient.
Staff was super nice.
Yes. The weather, however, wasn't super nice while we were there.
Very windy.
Very windy.
Like 50, 60 mile an hour sustained winds.
Yes.
Windy.
And even temperatures in the 30s. So you combine the high winds with the cold temperatures. We weren't real happy campers at that time. One positive thing that happened while we were in Carlsbad, we got to camp next to our friends Ron and Cindy Lou. And they also ride motorcycles. So.
Today we're going for a ride to Roswell, New Mexico, see some aliens.
And we haven't been on the bike in, gosh, months.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been way too long.
Yeah.
We have some special guests with us today, some of our friends. Say hi.
We've got Ron and Cindy Lou, and they also own a Momentum.
We need food, like usual.
Well, yeah, and we've held these 2 up for too long. So we're going to get going.
All right.
I just wanna dance and dance till I'm numb and I'm done and I'm ready to the ground.
We made a pit stop first in Artesia, New Mexico because we were hungry and we didn't want to go for a ride on an empty stomach. And stopped at a little Mexican restaurant called La Fonda.
La Fonda.
La Fonda.
Isn't that the name of Napoleon Dynamite's brother's
I
girlfriend?
don't know, baby.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm LaFonda.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for Kip.
We filled our bellies. I think everybody liked it. And then we set off to go for this fabulous ride that we thought we were going to go on.
Can you feel it now? When we're dancing through the stars.
The ride could pretty much be summarized as just a straight line, cactus, cactus, cactus.
No,
cactus,
not
cactus.
even really
Sure.
a lot of cacti. It was
A lot of
just
sand.
it was just flat dirt, open, nothing.
Yeah, so we rode for maybe half an hour, then
Yeah.
realized that this scenery was not going to change.
I was feeling it the whole time. I was like, this really kind of sucks. I was gonna stick it out because everybody wanted to ride, but then Ron pulled over and he was like, I think it's kind of just gonna be like this for the next hour or so. Do you guys want to just turn around and go back to the campground and get a drink or something? We were
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
So we-
campfire and drink. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Can you feel it now?
That's one thing too with full-time RV life. You'll find people that you click with, and you won't get to see them like your neighbors every day, but as you get a network of people, you'll start meeting up and hitting different places. You end up with a wider network of friends. So one thing that I wanted to do, mainly so I could report back to my dad, who's a big UFO buff,
Yeah.
we had to go to Roswell.
It's 39 degrees.
It's dropped a degree.
I know.
Stupid. Headed to Roswell.
He's excited about it.
I am, you know.
I'm
my-
okay with it,
Yeah.
but I'm like,
It's one of those things you always see, you know, being kind of a sci-fi buff.
so what's here is like vast nothingness.
Vast amounts of dirt,
Dirt,
really crunchy dead grass.
which Daisy hates.
Daisy hates it.
Daisy hates it here. She hates it. And it's trees.
I miss moisture in my nasal cavity.
I do. I do too.
You have arrived at your destination, Cowboy Cafe.
We filled our bellies and went into Roswell, in a little tiny little downtown that's decked out with alien stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
"32 degrees.
Stupid. Freezing.
Cold out there."
Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
It's too cold to do this.
And it was super cheesy, just like I expected, but we had to go.
Yeah, I mean, I was fine with going. I wasn't all into it like you were. You were excited. I was sort of along for the ride. The UFO museum is exactly like you said.
Yeah.
It's cheesy, but they have a timeline and history of events, and they have some artifacts and pictures and stuff.
Fake aliens and fake spaceships.
Fake aliens and spooky stuff, you know. But we can say we've been there, done that, don't need to go back.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get a t-shirt or something.
I went to Roswell and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Yeah. So besides the fantastic visit to Roswell, our favorite thing was Carlsbad Caverns.
Yes, our favorite thing, other than spending time with friends.
Yeah, definitely worth a stop.
I think it was
and
about
a few hours.
45
Yeah.
minutes to an hour to get there. As we were getting closer, the landscape started to get a little bit more interesting,
Mhm.
a little bit more hills and less flat, which was nice for us to see because all we've been seeing this whole time we've been in Carlsbad was flat.
Mhm. They've got a nice big parking area up there, so you don't have to worry about it even if you're in your RV.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could have even fit our RV in there if the spots were available, but there was plenty of parking.
Big visitor center where they talk about the caverns and all that. You take an elevator down, or can you hike down too?
You can. So
Yeah.
you can hike down. I believe it is a quarter of a mile hike down, but it's not an easy hike down from
Right.
what they told us. Or you can take the elevator down.
So we did.
Yes, 700 floors, I believe.
We have to stay on the trail. Do not touch the walls or the formations. Oils in our skin can damage them. Luckily, this is a real stalagmite from the You may touch this one and get it out of your system.
So we took the elevator down.
Yes, if you have a National Parks Pass, you get in for free, and it is a lot of walking because
Yeah.
these caves are huge.
But it's all good paths with rails.
The paths are clearly marked, and along the way there are little panels that explain what you're looking at because it's just a big, massive
Yeah.
room after room of stuff that you're not really sure what it is.
In the end, it's a bunch of cave stuff. Stalagmites, stalactites, little things. But it's really cool.
But massive,
definitely-
you guys. It's
Yeah.
massive. I grew up going to caves in Ohio, and you're kind of tucked and ducked and cramped. This is wide open down there. We tried to get as much footage as we could, of course, because it's very dark down there. You can't really see how impressive all of this is by the images that we took. Once we came out of the caverns, we got in the truck, and there was a sign as we were leaving that says 9 Mile Scenic Loop.
One way.
Yeah. And we thought,
We like
well,
scenic.
We like scenic. Let's go on a little adventure. Why not?
We're going on this scenic loop road. It's one way, 9.5 miles. We have no idea where it goes, but we've got 4-wheel drive if we get in trouble.
Yep. It just says no buses, trailers, or motorhomes, so we're good.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Truck is filthy, sorry.
Yeah, don't do this unless you have a good 4-wheel drive truck. Well, we didn't really need the 4-wheel drive, but don't do it in a low clearance like Prius.
First of all, 9 miles. You're like, oh, 9 miles, that won't take that long. Well, it's 9 miles of this, this, and dirt and
And this.
gravel roads and this, and it was about an hour.
This is the reenactment. This is not the real thing.
I wish we had snacks for this scenic loop ride.
And it was scenic, sort of. And it was
Yeah.
basically nothing more impressive than what we saw coming into the
Yeah,
caverns
don't go on the
area.
scenic loop. It's a waste of time.
I think so.
If you're new to our channel, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you like this video. It does help us out.
So that wrapped up Carlsbad, New Mexico, and we packed up and moved on to Las Cruces, which was about 200 miles west of where we were.
Again, trying to stay south.
Right. It was about a 4-hour trip for us, and the first part of it was still a lot of the same flat nothing, but then about halfway through it, we started climbing up, and we got
Climbing
into...
and climbing and
Well, and we
climbing,
got
yeah.
into like the Lincoln National Forest, and we finally
It was
got some
beautiful.
trees.
Yeah.
We got trees and we got snow.
Yeah.
We didn't get snowed on, but there was a lot of snow on the mountains and stuff. And we went through Cloudcroft, and
That was a neat little drive
it was
through
neat. And then what was really cool was when we got over and past Cloudcroft, way out in the distance, I think it was you're like,
Yeah.
is that snow out there?
I thought
What
it
is
looked
that?"
like a giant field of snow,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was white sands.
Yeah, once we realized it was white sands, we were like, ooh, that's so cool, look at that, oh my gosh. So that got us kind of excited for the next
It
location.
was a step up from Carlsbad for sure.
Right, so we stayed at Hacienda R&V Resort
Mhm, that
in
was
Las
nice.
Cruces. We're gonna take a walk through the campground and show you guys Hacienda RV Resort.
Our site is ginormous.
Yeah, it's enormous. However, the highway's right there,
Sure.
so it's kind of noisy. And they had an enormous hot tub, no pool, really nice people, a little dog walk area, and full hookups.
Yeah.
It was nice. We were very close to Old Mesilla Village in Las Cruces, which is an old historical area that we had read about and been told about that we have to go check it out.
Take a right on the street here. It says do not enter.
Oh, wrong way. Sorry. I know.
Sorry. Hurry. I have a turn in here. This told me to turn right here, though.
Bastard.
Our friend back in Florida, Stacy, she lived in New Mexico, and she said, you gotta go eat at La Posta. The food was just I think, but the history behind it was super cool. That whole building was a stop along the old Butterfield Stagecoach Trail. It was really interesting inside, kind of cool, and what I found really odd yet very fascinating was they had this giant bird cage with macaws and
Yeah, all kinds of birds and stuff.
Yeah. And then they had some fish tanks with some piranhas in it, which was weird.
Yeah.
It was
That
just
was kinda
like,
strange.
like the whole thing was just kind of a lot to look at and interesting. But then on this side, he's all glitter and sparkles. And we saved exploring Old Mesilla Village for a later day.
Yeah.
But we did go back a second time, and several days later, because we just had bad luck with weather. And from what we were told by the locals, March is a terrible time to go to New Mexico. We didn't know that, but we're telling you
Yeah.
guys because that's
Windy there too.
right. That's when it's the windiest, and windy in the desert is not fun. But then we finally got a nice day, so after work we decided to go check out Old Mesilla Village, and we ate at a really cute little place called Peppers, which was inside the Double Eagle restaurant. That place was fun.
The Double Eagle restaurant, the surrounding restaurant, is a little more upscale with a little finer dining
Right,
rooms.
and he says surrounding restaurant because Peppers was this little enclosed courtyard in the center
Mhm.
of the restaurant. The surrounding rooms around that courtyard was fine dining.
Mhm. But a lot of them were empty, and we went and walked through them because they were.
Do you
very
know why
full.
they were empty? Because it was 4:45.
Yeah, that's true. we eat early sometimes.
Well, we kept switching time zones and it was just crazy and we were
Yeah,
hungry,
yeah.
so we said, screw it, we don't care.
We still eat on East Coast time, I think.
So Peppers is a little bit more casual than the Double Eagle, which was perfect for us. But the food was pretty good. We got fried guacamole, which was
Ooh, yeah.
so good. Sounds delicious right now. Still overpriced for the menu, but the margaritas were delicious. A lot of history there. Apparently there are a lot of ghosts in this building.
There was even a room with a pretty cool picture of Daisy.
This is Daisy. Look. Daisy. Then after eating, we walked around and checked out the village. It was quaint and it was cute, but it's small and there's really not a whole lot going on down there. There's a beautiful Catholic church down there,
Yeah, that was neat.
a gazebo, and a couple of bars and shops.
A lot of what we see versus what other people might perceive might be based on the time of year and what's going on.
Well, that's true too. And the history from that area is pretty cool as well,
Mhm.
because it was in that village where Billy the Kid was put on trial, I guess.
Yeah.
In the now souvenir shop was the old courthouse where Billy the Kid had his trial. What do you think these are?
I don't know.
Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, a little shaded,
little shaded
picnic area. So I don't know if you can make out the mountains over here. Am I pointing to them? They're over here.
There.
We're gonna go there next.
Yeah. This is a cool little rest stop. It's got we came here for the Roadrunner, but it's a cute little place to have a picnic and overlook Las Cruces and stuff.
Yeah. And then the Roadrunner
Yeah.
is over here. Let's go check that out.
Let's go check them out.
It's big in person.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Understand that you can't have it all. The wings are in your soul.
That's pretty cool. Much more impressive up close. When we drove by it, it didn't really look that impressive, but when you get up close to it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can actually see keyboards.
Yeah,
and
old phones, shoes are like
see
all.
a camera, shoes.
Yeah.
There's like a toilet brush for. There's a toilet brush.
Oh my gosh,
There's
there is a toilet brush.
brush for like his poop hole.
Oh my god.
The Roadrunner has a poop hole.
Oh my goodness.
And here I am, I'm ready to go again. I'm ready to say goodbye when the sky is high. No reason to stay on the ground. Lift your hands and you can touch and fly.
We're gonna go hike up there.
We've gone like 100 yards and we're out of breath.
Oh, 1.5 miles to get to the actual Dripping Springs and where the resort used to be in the tuberculosis sanatorium. With my illness, that seems kind of like an unattainable goal. So we're just gonna go for as far as I can go and let's see how I do.
If Tara runs out of juice, I'll tell her how nice it was down there.
If I run out of juice, you're not gonna go either. For the ecological reasons, you're not allowed to have dogs past a certain part of the trail to preserve like the wildlife and stuff like that. And of course, people are breaking those rules and they're bringing the dogs on the path, and it makes me angry.
Assholes.
Yeah, it makes me angry.
This is some ruins, obviously, because it's
Oh.
ruined.
Well, I mean, it's ruined, but it's from the early 1900s,
Yeah.
so it's like 100 years old. It was a resort camp kind of thing.
We just came across this wildlife.
There's like 6 dogs.
Yeah, that's what I'm headed up for.
Oh, good.
I guess they got in some altercation with somebody else or something like that.
With the
Oh,
dogs,
we
dude?
heard some yelling.
Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Have a good day.
Then we finally got to do what we came to Las Cruces to do.
Yeah, which is White Sands. We,
Yes.
you know, that was our main purpose for that stop along this route.
They
was
call
to see
it
White Sands.
They call it White Sands National Monument, which to me it was more like a national park because
Yeah.
it's so massive. Approximately about an hour and 15 minutes away
Mhm.
from the campground. So we went into the visitor center, which we usually try to do at any national park or place that we go,
Yeah.
to get your map and just to figure out the lay of the land.
And at this particular one, you'll want to get a sled or a skid or a little disc.
Yeah, I think they call it a sled, but I don't know.
There's a path you drive back. There's a fee to get in that you can pay inside, but if you have a national park pass,
I don't know what it's.
you get in. You get in. I'm excited. We're gonna go see White Sands and slide down.
We got
the
our
hill.
we got
And
our
we got-
sleds.
And we got wax for the sleds, so we can wax them up, go down the
All,
hill.
all the girl had to say was that it makes him go faster, and he was like, "I am in."
I don't care how much that wax is. Give me a chunk of it.
That's right. We're just gonna go.
All
I
the way
guess
to the end, yeah.
all the way to the end is it's where the
So-
sand is the widest and where the dunes are the steepest, and I guess that's the best sledding. So let's just go. Let's go find out.
Yeah, these are the sliding instructions.
Oh, let me read. Pick a steep one.
It makes sense.
8 miles back.
Don't pick a flat dune because
Wax your sled every couple of times. Apply it on the bottom of the sled.
Don't apply it between
Okay.
the sled and your ass. It won't help. at all.
And don't forget to brush sand off before reapplying. Make a trail. Then keep going down the same trail for extra speed.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Like a little luge.
Keep your legs straight out and lean back.
Tara's already kind of headed off that way, and I think I'm gonna go that way. Meet her up there. Oh, she took the sleds with her. That was nice of her.
Chad.
Remember, lean back with your feet out. You ready?
Yeah.
We'll do it on 3.
Yeah. One. Oh.
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. You went a little bit further than I did. I must have waxed that one better.
It hurt my butt when I landed.
So the key here is get a really steep sand hill, because we saw some other people on some mediocre ones having to like push their way down and it didn't look like fun. But as you just witnessed, that was pretty fun.
That was fun. You know what
But
I want to do?
stuck that landing.
I want to do it on my feet.
No,
Yeah.
nope,
Yeah.
no, veto.
I veto your veto.
Chad, you're gonna
I'll be
break
right back.
something. Chad,
You
no.
just stay here. I'll be right back.
No,
Hold my beer.
no, that. Chad, please don't.
Seriously, here, get it with this too.
No,
I
you're-
can do it. It's not that bad.
Chad, you're gonna hurt yourself.
I'm not.
Everybody, I am so against this, and he's not listening to me. He already has 2 titanium ankles.
I thought you were done with all your daredevil business.
That's fine.
It didn't really look like a whole lot of daredeviling. But I'm glad that you're okay.
But that was a lot of fun. The only part that wasn't fun is actually climbing up
That's
the
true.
steep
There are
sand
no
dune.
there are no
slide down.
stairs. You got to trug your way up the sand, which
Yes.
if you've ever climbed a sand dune, it's not fun.
And I'm talking
fun.
now it's hard to tell in this footage, I think, but the sand dune that we slid down was like that.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
He could just chase you. Lean back. Look at this dog loves it.
Oh, he loved it! Get it! Get it! Everybody. Oh, you did so good! Oh, you did so good! Ooh. Oh, the landing every time! I feel like that scene in Vacation where Clark W. Griswold can't find civilization.
Taxi! Taxi! I'm dead. Taxi!
It was a really good time. It just was so different than anything I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. That was a very memorable experience, and I really loved it.
Yep.
Highlight.
Yeah, highlight of Las Cruces.
I think that was the highlight of New Mexico for me.
Yeah, it's tough. The caverns were pretty cool, but
Caverns were cool, but
I guess if I had to pick just one to go to, I would probably do the White Sands.
yeah, definitely. That wraps up our New Mexico adventures, and we're super excited that we were able to pack up and head to Arizona.
Arizona, here we come. Smash that like button. Stay tuned for outtakes.
Here they come.
Even the atmosphere.
What?
What was that noise?
Look at him. Bart.
Well, it sounded like one snuck out. I'm sorry.
I think I found my new hairstyle.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
My nose is dry.
It's like a strip club.
Right.
Can't touch it. Can't bring down.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Hey Siri, what time is sunset? What time is sunset? Look how pretty this is, though. Look at that.
Who, me?
Yeah, look how pretty this is right here.
Yeah.
Butt probes. He's not a proponent of butt probes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Chad.
I don't mind here.
You for
Take it.
guys. He's the best husband.
I am. It's a true story. I'm the best freaking husband there is.
True story.